Okay. One of my highlights of 2021 is working with and meeting a new team. We've had a few new team members on this year, and that's just been so much fun getting to know new people, and I really can't wait to see kind of, how we go working with each other and the things we can create in the next year or so.
I feel like this is one of my highlights every single year because no matter the little tweaks and changes in the team, Darren and Alyssa are so good at crafting such a wonderful team here and a team environment and picking the perfect people to sort of gel together and be a team, and I feel like it's just such a nice atmosphere and vibe, and it's very sort of like a family atmosphere. Everyone's really close and quite hilarious, and I feel like the environment here is always a highlight every single year. I feel like that never changes. It's always a really, really lovely place to work and spend your weeks. So yeah.
Having new people join our team, as much as it's sad seeing faces leave and people leave that you've grown close to, it's really nice to have a change in personality. And I think everyone fits in really well, and our little DJI family is growing, and it's so nice.
Starting here at Darren James. It's been a short time, but I've thoroughly enjoyed it, being part of such a fun and just, a great team.
The highlight for me is obviously starting at Darren James Interiors. Started in August, so it's been a short, 3-4 months, mathsing that.
Being the cover of Queensland Homes magazines for our Ascot project is probably one of my favourite projects that we've worked on to date, and super stoked that it made the cover.
Taking out the HIA Kitchen Project of the Year. It was a category that we hadn't taken out before, so it was really exciting for the team because it's, it is a team effort, so it was lovely to take out that award.
Oh my gosh, I actually have no idea. I'm so brain dead. I'm like, my brain is fried right now. I'm like, you could say anything to me, I'd be like, I don't know. Doing projects of my own for the first time and kind of handling it as a lead designer, I guess you could say. I guess it's really cool being able to meet the clients and go through the entire project start to finish, and I've yet to see the final outcome, but hopefully it's beautiful.
So it goes without saying that this year has been a toughie. The construction industry, like many, have been affected obviously by the, COVID-19. And, we've had lots of challenges. We've had in construction lots of things with difficulty with access. We've had, pressure to complete projects. We've had shutdowns on site for unforeseens, price increases, etc. And, as a project manager, that is it's just been a very challenging year. But, despite all of that, we've actually done some amazing things this year. We've finished a house for, a family who's relocated from overseas. We've done 2 significant changes to properties in the apartments at the Wool stores. We've renovated a kitchen or 2. The list goes on and on. There has been some amazing projects that we've worked on this year, and we've finished them, or we're about to finish them, or there's some things to look forward for next year.
Probably finally getting to go ahead with our wedding. That was postponed because of COVID, so that was, huge highlight, but stressful in the lead up, but got there in the end, and that's about it.
Anymore?
I can't think on the spot.
So Darren and I celebrated our 15-year wedding anniversary this year. I can't actually remember what we did to celebrate, but amazing accomplishment, obviously being married for 15 years, working together, living together, and this crazy ride of life. So
I'll start again. Our Baby One project. So we have finally finished the home. We have furnished it, styled it. We have all the photography and videography being completed now. So that's all going to start to filter out really soon. So that's really exciting.
Okay, well, I don't really have any highlights. It's been a busy year, and it's just been more of a blur than anything. It's been like the Christmas rush the whole year. But I think it's just a highlight just to get through a stack of jobs and really look forward to next year, because next year we've got some big stuff coming up, which is really exciting. So I think that's my highlight. Starting off afresh next year with some big new jobs. So looking forward to it. Can't wait. No, that's all I got.
It's been a big year for me, just for many reasons. But I think one of the real highlights that stood out to me this year was the amount of amazing clients that I've had the opportunity to work with and get to know. I've just, been so lucky with everyone that I've had sort of to be able to be a lead on their project, and everyone's just been so lovely, and the projects have just been so amazing, and there's so many different styles that everyone has, so it's been really great to kind of work with them and work to their style, and even challenge myself in some styles that I hadn't really worked in before, and surprise myself with that, and just create like really nice relationships with the clients that I've had. I think that's been one of my biggest highlights so far. You know who you are.
Celebrating my 5-year anniversary here at Darren James Interiors. That's, I think, really cool. I've never been at a job for 5 years. So I'm really excited for what we've done so far, and I can't wait to, see what we achieve in the next, many more years to come.
It just kind of hit a year since we bought our house, so that was probably a pretty big milestone. Wild.
Our wellbeing day, because it was a full day to myself as much as everyone was there. It was like something that I'd never do for myself, but Darren and Alyssa brought it to us, and I got a lot out of it, and I loved it.
The highlight is just having a bigger team environment and being able to do things and go and see suppliers and build gingerbread houses and have Christmas parties. And I came from a team of 3, so it's nice to have lots of different people with lots of different personalities to learn from.
Oh, I'm so awkward. I don't know what to say. I guess this has been my first full year out of uni and being a big girl in a full-time position and a job. And I guess it's definitely an achievement. I feel like more of an adult, even though I'm like the youngest here. But yeah, it feels good to finally get into the industry and, start working towards a career.
Something, that happened this year, I guess, was just the influx of new design jobs or just new clients in general. And I think that after, last year's kind of up and down that we had a little bit, this year it was full on and it was no stopping. And that was, I think, really, really exciting to experience. But I also can't wait to see what we do next year and to see all of those new designs come to life and be built. And
So I'm not a hiker at all, and my girlfriends convinced me to go to Tassie and said we were just doing like a little bit of a trail walk, and we were going to climb, got to remember it. Do you remember what the mountain is in Tassie? Cradle Mountain. Can't even remember the name. It was like super easy. Ended up being, I don't know much about hiking, so apologies if it's wrong, but ended up being like a grade 7 hike, and I actually made it. So made it to the summit and really liked hiking, so I'm looking forward to doing that again. Maybe not Cradle Mountain, but another hike.
I really enjoyed the progressive dinner that we did for the Christmas party.
I've literally been thinking about gingerbread all day. I have not even thought about a highlight. A personal highlight was going to Tasmania. That was a 3rd time lucky because of COVID, so that was fun. Finally getting to go on a holiday.
Our project in New Farm, Tenerife, actually, was the wool stores that we recently kind of completed. So that project was in the works for so long, and I was so optimistic about it. And I said to the team, I'm like, no, it's going to go ahead. And sure enough, that we started that at the beginning of this year, which was really, really cool to see that kind of come to life and finish and be photographed and everything. And that was a really big highlight of mine.
But, so my highlight this year, as a team, I work with some great people, and, together we've achieved this, and that is my 2021 highlight. A big juicy one. I don't have anything else.
Here with Darren James for a little while now, but I've only really been full-time interior design for the last 2 years. So sort of in the first year, I felt like it was a lot of design work, but it was nice to start to see some of those projects come through into construction and into completion this year. That was really rewarding, like getting to walk into a space for the first time that I had designed and like Darren and I had designed, and to kind of walk through and be like, oh my goodness, like this was all on paper and now it's in real life. It was really, really rewarding just to see that and to see happy clients. So yeah.
So this year, Darren and I got to judge the Graduate of the Year awards together, as well as with some other judges as well. And it was, super fun. really cool, like watching, I guess, all the rising talent in the industry and knowing that, yeah, the industry's in such good hands.
Another highlight would probably be being able to see more friends and family from around the country and stuff this year compared to last year.
Having all 3 of my children at the one school, so there's one drop off, and they've all loved school this year and done really well, so that's really nice.
Hugo graduating primary school, so I'm now going to be having 2 of the 3 kids in high school as of next year, which is pretty crazy.
And another one of my highlights of 2021 was my youngest daughter, Harper. Her touch football team were the complete underdogs. It was a team that didn't have many players that knew how to play touch football, and her coach, Luke, developed this team. They were all little athletes, so all he wanted them to do was be able to run fast, and he would teach them how to play touch football. And he did that. So the girls ended up taking out the Queensland Championships up in Hervey Bay, beating all of the top teams that have beaten them during the season in all the other carnivals. So for the girls to peak at the right time up in Hervey Bay was the icing on the cake, and obviously a very proud dad.
Yeah.